Hi, welcome to Dragon Dictate 4 on the Mac. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to use. First thing I always like to do is access the preferences. So, on Dragon Dictate, select the middle option icon there for Dragon, tap it. So then go top left hand corner and select Dictate. Select your third option down, Dictate, called Preferences. And then I want you to scroll to the first option, which is General. I always leave it on sleep. It's up to you when you leave that on, so when Dragon starts you can have it idle off, dictation mode, command mode, or sleep mode. I tend to leave it in sleep mode so I can just say wake up and I'm good to go. I would leave start up, check for updates, really important. Show profile window. If it's only you using it, you can probably untick that because you're only using one profile to load into. Show status window I'd leave as default as well. I also untick, which is open a new pad window. The reason I do that is because people tend to use Pages or Word as their word processor, not a notepad. Up the top here, go to Appearance. You can change how it looks and appearance. Dictation, leave that as default. Go to Recognition, and here I need you to slide it slightly to the right depending on the accuracy. I always like to slide it to the right when you first start using Dragon. It will dictate slower but it'll be more accurate. But once you train in, it learns your voice and you correct the errors and you can put it on the speed by dragging it to the left. Also, you can have auto sleep, which is the amount of time you like it to go to sleep, and turn the mic off. Commands, I tend to leave default, but you can also access generate email commands if need be. And shortcuts, which are really handy. Command F11 to turn off the mic if need be. Right, let's make a start. I'm going to close that window. Click into the Word document. And we're going to see how easy it is to use. Now as you see, I turned off the mic there. I need to turn it on to put it in sleep mode. So if I tap it once, go to sleep. Then you can see the little moon there. Now let's start dictating and see how accurate it is. So first thing I need to do is turn the mic on. If you get stuck at all, use a fabulous command called Show Available Commands window. So whatever application you've got open, be it Word, Safari, PowerPoint, it will then show you the commands for that application. For example, let me show you. Wake up. Show available commands window. And as you can see, I've turned off the mic there. I'm just going to have a look, and you can see here Microsoft Word commands. Also, if you scroll to the top to dictation, you have capitalization commands, proofreading, punctuation, which is really handy. It's not easy to remember what you have to say when it comes to punctuation, because we normally just do it, we don't actually know what they're called. And I'll click close, so that'll be really handy. So let's try it out. So I'm going to turn the mic back on. Initial attempts to free Panama from Spain came from South America liberators, Panama as a strategic link, both politically and militarily between South America and the Central American states as early as 1787, full stop. Go to sleep. So I now need to proofread that back to check it. So I can do that with the built-in speech options that's built into the Mac. Now Dragon actually uses the built-in voice, so if you go top left hand corner and select the Apple icon and go down to System Preferences and select at the bottom here Dictation and Speech. Tap that once. Now you can see I've got dictation on, and as I'm using Dragon I'm going to turn that off because I don't need that on anyway. I'm going to click text to speech. Now currently I've got Serena. Now if you click into the drop down menu there, click on the voice you want and click play.
Hello, my name is Kate. I am a British English voice. Hello, my name is...
If you can't see what you want, just click the drop down menu there and select customize. And then scroll down here. I'm not sure on the languages though, because I only speak one language, but I was talking to a Hungarian student the other day, and I played back this voice here for Hungary, and he said he couldn't understand it. He said it was all backwards, so I'm not quite sure what was happening there. But again, you can have a look at that yourself. They've got some decent voices there anyway. So I'm going to click OK. So you highlight the one you want, tick it, click OK, and it automatically downloads for free. So that's that option. You can change the speed of the readback by dragging this slider left or right and clicking play.
Hello.
You see down here I've actually selected speak selected text when the key is pressed. The reason I've done this, I create a shortcut key. So instead of saying select all, read the document, or select from one word to another, which I'll show you in a minute, and read the selection. Some people find it quicker just to use Control S to start reading, Control S to stop. But you can decide what you want to do. But I've set that anyway. Now if you want to change a shortcut key, you can change it there. I changed it to Control S because that doesn't seem to interfere with anything, but again, it's all your preference. So let's close that window. So I need to read that back. So I'm going to turn on the mic and I'm going to use the commands. Select all. Read the selection.
Initial attempts to free Panama from Spain came from South America liberators. Panama is a strategic link, both politically and military, between South America and the Central American states as early as 1787.
Go to sleep. Not too bad. Now say you just want to read part of that paragraph, not specifically the whole paragraph, because if you're doing an essay, the last thing you want us to keep saying is select all and reading the whole lot back when you've already checked it. You could specifically highlight parts, or you can use the headset. Watch. Wake up. Unselect that. Select Spain to South America. Read the selection.
Spain came from South America liberators. Panama is a strategic link, both politically and military, between South America.
Unselect that. Go to sleep. And that's how easy it is to dictate. You can see the accuracy is pretty good. I've been using it a while. So let's create an error there and show you how to correct it. In fact, there is an error there because I believe it should be South American liberators. So I'm going to correct that, and this is how you correct it. I mean, you could just select America, delete it, and type it in or dictate it in, but that's not going to make Dragon learn any quicker. You need to do it correctly, and I'll show you why. Wake up. Correct South America liberators. Now it gives you suggestions here of what I was trying to put in there, but as you can see I still can't see South American liberators there, so what I'm going to do is edit it. So I can do it with the headset, I can do it manually, so I'm going to do it with the headset, show you how it works. Edit 1. Choose one. Go to sleep. And it's done. South American liberators. That doesn't mean every time you say America it's going to come up with American. It's just going to help Dragon differentiate between the two words better and improve the accuracy. So what I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to change South American liberators back to South America. Actually, no, let's do between South American. I'll say between South American. Wake up. Correct between South America. Edit 1. Go to end. Switch to spell mode. N. Switch to dictation mode. Choose one. Go to sleep. And that's how easy it is to use. You can see I said switch to spell mode or switch to dictation mode. Now if I come back up to Dragon here and select that first option, and that's what it actually does. So I switch to dictation mode or I switch to spelling mode. If you said switch to numbers mode, then everything you say will be numbers mode, which is really useful, as you can well imagine, especially when using Excel, for example. Or you might just want to use commands where there'll be no dictation. So far so good. So that's how you correct stuff. But say you just want to change a word that you said wrongly. Show you what I mean, but you don't want to correct it because it wasn't wrong, it's what you said wrong. Wake up. New paragraph. I popped down the shops on a Saturday. Select Saturday. Friday. Go to sleep. And that's how you actually select a word and correct it when you've made a mistake. Because Dragon didn't make the error, I made the error. You say select and then put the word you need to put in. Try and use that form. Also, when you are correcting words, don't just correct the one word. Try and correct the words around it as well. Because Dragon works in utterances, and that's what gives it its accuracy. So let's have a look at some formatting options, see how good Dragon is again. Now, with Dragon you say what you see. It's as simple as that. Let me show you. Wake up. Bold initial. Underline South America. Italicize Panama. Go to sleep. Now say you want to just do a certain word that exists more than once in that document. For example, I just might want to bold American. But you can see American exists 3 times in that paragraph. This is what you do. Wake up. Select American. Select Next. Underline American. Go to End. Uppercase Friday. Put quotes around Spain. Select all. Font Arial. Go to sleep. Now, you see I used the command Font Arial. Now, I actually added that command into the commands option. It's not built in. I kind of simplified it. Let me show you that quick. So what you do is click the middle button so we can access your options on Dragon at the top and select Tools. And I want you to select the second option down, Commands. See on the left here? So I'm going to select Microsoft Word. These are all the commands. If I go User Defined, and these are all words that I've added, including Font Arial, Font Courier, Force Quit. And it's just really handy on the Mac because you can add your own commands. You can only add your own commands on Dragon Naturally Speaking Professional. So to have it on Dragon Dictate is really handy because you can create commands for any application. But we'll do another video on the commands at a later date and go more into that. Let's carry on with what we was doing. Now what happens if you want to delete some words? Well, just say delete and the words you want to delete. When it comes to delete, there's a few options. For example, if I want to delete the last 3 words, I could say delete shops on Friday. Or you can use the scratch that command. Scratch that will delete the last utterance you said without a pause. And that's great for when you're getting ideas down quickly and you need to delete those ideas. Also, scratch word will delete the last word you said. Let's see if we can add a word that don't exist in your vocabulary. Wake up. Fila de los Santos. Go to sleep. So that's incorrect as it's a place. It's a place, a town. So I need to add that. So to add that, again, click the middle button so we can access your options at the top. Select Tools and select Vocabulary Editor. This is where all your words are stored. Click on that and we can add to this so you can personalise it. So as you can see, we've got 150,798 words. So let's add another one. But I always go to Vocabulary Editor. I know this doesn't exist in there, but if the word sometimes does already exist in your vocabulary, then all you do is need to train it. So, Fila de los Santos. All good. Click Enter. See if it exists in my vocabulary, and we'll soon find out on the left here. Again, it does not. So it's asking if you'd like to add it, and of course I do. Now, that's all fine. We've added it to your vocabulary. Slight problem. It doesn't know how the word's pronounced, so you need to pronounce it and train it. Before we do that, you can choose here, for example, spoken form. You can use abbreviation acronyms if you want to have a written form. For example, you could have the FA as a spoken form. So every time you said FA in written form, you could have Football Association. Or you can use spoken for how it sounds, to make it sound how it sounds phonetically, so that way you can pronounce it correctly. Also, you can choose to insert spaces before or after. Even use natural capitalisation, or you can choose all uppercase. It's up to you how you want to format those specific words. Also, format preceding as numbers or as Roman numerals, and again as following. Or you can have alternate forms by adding there what you require. But I'm just going to train it by clicking the button here, and I'm going to select train. And I'm going to select train, and a window will pop up. Click train. Fila de los Santos. Fila de los Santos. Fila de los Santos. And click close. So it's now added. I can now close my vocabulary editor. Wait for it to save and then try it out. Don't be deterred if it doesn't work first or second time. It will eventually learn. It gets better as it learns your voice. Wake up. New line. Fila de los Santos. Go to sleep. And there you go. Perfect. so you can personalise your vocabulary as well. But there are other ways to improve your vocabulary. Again, select the middle button. When we go up to Tools, we have various options here. Now, when you initially set up Dragon, you have to create a profile by speaking into it. Just follow the prompts and it shows you exactly what. It starts off by checking the headset for quality and level, and then it goes on for you to read something for around about 8 to 10 minutes. That way it's analysing your voice and it do a calibration, and that's how it tends to learn your voice. But you can improve that by coming back here and select voice training, or we can go to vocabulary training. Let me show you. If I click vocabulary training, this option will actually determine your writing style. It improves accuracy. So what you need to do is add a text file to add with your information on it. So if I click add, I don't know if I've got any text files. Let's have a little look there. I'll go to my documents and I'm going to choose education full text. That would do nicely. Click next. Now as you can see, it's pulled out certain words, count, included, and I can choose to exclude them, drop down or not. So I'm going to, in this case I don't need them, I'm going to exclude them. I don't need them. Then click next, and now it's going to analyse to my writing style, and it's done. Click close. Make sure you use what you've actually done and not someone else, because it's learning your writing style, so it learns the kind of words you use and the kind of sentences you put together, so the accuracy will be a lot better. Also, if I click the middle button there, that's one option to improve accuracy. Voice training is another excellent way, so click on that. Now if you read another story, so click next, and if you read another story, that improved the accuracy even more, and you see I've done 2 there already. So follow through all them, and that definitely makes a big difference. So with the vocabulary editor, vocabulary training and voice training, that should make the recognition a lot better. But let me show you what I was going to originally show you, which was delete option and how to delete certain words. So let me turn the mic on because I've turned it off manually. Scratch word, undo that. Delete I pop down, undo that. Select came to liberators, delete that, undo that. Go to end, new line. I'm now going to say a sentence about absolutely nothing. Scratch that, go to sleep. And you can see how the various methods of deleting using scratch word, scratch that, and delete. You can select from one word to another to delete, or just say what you want to delete. Now let's have a look at punctuation. Now in Dragon Dictate you have to say your punctuation. Now it takes a bit of skill at first because you're not used to actually saying your punctuation, but after a while it becomes second nature. Let's try it out. Wake up, select all, delete that. On 10th of November 1821, the first call for independence was made in a small provincial town of Villa de los Santos. Full stop. New line. Called the, open quote, Prima Grito de Independencia de la Villa de los Santos, close quote. Correct primer to Santos. Go to sleep. As you can see, if I was to correct all that sentence, because it's all in a different language, it could be quite awkward to type that out. For foreign words, I would probably switch to spell mode and then spell them out one by one. Unless you're using them quite constantly, where I added Villa de los Santos, you can add the whole sentence. But again, it's your choice how you want to format that. Also, click on the middle option here to bring up your tools at the top. Select auto formatting to choose which formatting you would like and prefer, and again you've got many options from common abbreviations to expand contractions to insert 2 spaces after a full stop period. So again, it's all about personalising your profile. Click close. So let's put everything together and see what we get. Select all. Delete that. The area now called England was first inhabited by modern humans during the Upper Paleolithic period. scratch that, go to sleep. Now if you come across a word you find hard to pronounce, why not type it out or use spell mode. So switch to spell mode and then spell it out, and then highlight it, wake up, read the selection,
Paleolithic.
go to sleep. Paleolithic. Let's see if I can now say that. Wake up, Paleolithic. New line, go to sleep. Almost right. Spelling's not right though, so let's correct it. Wake up, correct Paleolithic. Choose free, go to sleep. Really handy option if you're doing a degree and you come across certain words you don't use every day. That way you can have them read back. Mind you, the read back feature only reads them back phonetically, so it's not always 100%. But as you see there, it gives you a good starting point and then you can correct word. And now I've corrected it how I want it. Wake up, comma. But takes its name from the scratch that. But takes its name from the angels, comma. One of the Germanic tribes who settled during the 5th and 6th centuries, full stop, has had a significant cultural and legal impact on the wider world, full stop. Numeral 5. New line. The English language, capitalised language, open bracket, church, close bracket, and English law hyphen. The basis for the common law legal system of many other countries around the world, hyphen, developed in England, comma, and the country's parliamentary system of government has been widely adopted by other nations, full stop. Go to sleep. So instead of me going through checking them all and correcting them all, I'm just going to choose certain corrections quickly. So it should be developed in England. It's come up effect in England. So let me correct that. Remember, I want to correct more than one word. Wake up. Correct effect in England. Choose for. Go to sleep. And that's how simple it is. And the formatting options, wake up. Bold English language. Italicise first. Underline modern humans. Capitalise significant. Uppercase tribes. Lowercase tribes. Put quotes around the world developed. Undo that. Put quotes around England. Put brackets around upper. Put parentheses around angels. Put single quotes around England. Delete called. Undo that. Select angels to cultural. Read the selection.
Angels, one of the Germanic tribes who settled during the 5th and 6th centuries, has had a significant cultural.
Unselect that. Select settled to centuries. Uppercase that. Go to end. Quit Microsoft Word. Don't save.